I recently saw Pelican for the first time, starring Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington. And you might ask yourself, why did I watch this random movie? I watched it because of my grandpa. Let me explain. So I remember as a kid that my grandpa rented this movie and I never got a chance to see it. He was a huge Julia Roberts fan. So much so that he would call her Julia Sanchez so that my grandma wouldn't know who he was talking about and wouldn't get jealous. Every time we went to Blockbuster, I would say 90% of the time he would rent a Julia Roberts movie, sometimes even renting the same one again. Now the plot. This movie follows Darby, a law student who writes a theory about who is behind the murders of 2 Supreme Court justices. What starts off as a side project for school quickly turns deadly when her Pelican brief reaches powerful people in Washington, i.e. the president, and after her professor, who she's having an affair with, is killed in a car bombing that was meant for her. Now this movie feels like those classic 90s political thrillers. I'm talking about Clear and Present Danger, The Firm, Murder at 1600, Double Jeopardy, just to name a few. Denzel, he's always great, but he's not in his Denzel mode in this movie. This is not what the movie needs, but it's kind of what I wanted. And at the expense of sounding like a creep, my goodness, Julia Roberts. No wonder she was America's sweetheart. She plays the role of someone who is scared out of their mind, but at the same time has to keep her composure to not only further uncover the mystery, but also just to survive. Denzel and Julia have real chemistry in this movie. It feels authentic. And spoiler alert for the rest of the movie, but I like that they didn't turn it into a romance. And this pair have chemistry coming out their ears. But I enjoy the fact that they didn't make them fall in love or even kiss like in other movies like that. Quick shout out to Stanley Tucci, the Tooch. It was cool to see a young Tooch in here in this movie with hair. Needed more of him in this movie. And shout out to the White House press secretary, played by Tom Goldwyn. You never really fully know where his alliances lie, which adds to the tension. Now, of course, my gripes. The story feels a little convoluted, although it's not hard to follow, but it's just kind of messy. At the beginning of the movie, there's a scene where they're protesting in front of the Capitol building. But it was a little weird because everyone's holding different signs that are completely different causes. It doesn't seem like they're protesting one thing or one person. It was a little confusing. And now the ending was very anticlimactic. A lot of the resolution of this movie happens off screen. And some of the main characters you never even meet. If you watch the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Overall, I'll give it 2.5 out of 5 movie boards. I wasn't bored, but I wasn't locked in either. Sorry, Grandpa. Let me know in the comments if you think I should check out more of the filmography of Julia Sanchez in honor of Pepe.